We move on to season previews today with the San Jose Sharks, a team who is looking, I'm just going to say it, they're not looking too good. I mean, their division that they're in, it is possible that they can potentially make the playoffs. But is it, though? Their prospect pool is not very deep. In fact, it's shallow. And everything just doesn't look right. So let's get into what can happen for the San Jose Sharks in the 2020-2021 NHL season from my perspective. First off, if you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. I'm glad you're here. And also, if you haven't already, please go subscribe down below. That means a lot to me as well. You know, it's really trying to gain on these subscribers, grind really hard on this channel. And yeah, we're only 300 subs away, a little over 300 subs away from, I almost said 700, from 1,000, which would be unbelievable if we make it there. But yeah, 700, we're almost 40 away. Maybe even by the time we're recording this video uploads, we may even be 40 away. So it's absolutely amazing how much we've grown on the channel, and I can't wait to keep growing. And also, if you haven't already, please go check out my links in the description below, which includes my other social medias, my Twitter, my Instagram, my Discord, and my TikTok. So if you want to go check out all of those other social medias there, go through a follow to some of them. That would mean a lot to me as well. And yeah, anyways, let's get into what happened last season for the San Jose Sharks. And really, in all honesty, So last season for the San Jose Sharks was a surprisingly bad one. I headed into this thinking, you know what, this team's going to be great. They're going to have another outstanding third season. And they didn't. They got off to probably one of the worst starts I've ever seen. 70 games played in a shortened season, 29 wins, 36 losses, and 5 overtimes for 63 points. Unbelievable, unacceptable. They were last in the West. They were 29th total in the NHL, just ahead of Ottawa and Detroit, and that was pretty much it. That really was it in all honesty. They missed the playoffs for the first time in a while. This team has made the playoffs every single year. They made it 2016. I'm pretty sure they made it 2015. This team hasn't missed it in a while, and this is the first time in quite a bit. So if you're a San Jose Sharks fan, you should be thinking to yourself, you know what, maybe we'll have another bounce back season. I'm kind of questioning that. There's been a lot of questions regarding this team and if their veterans are going to stay healthy, their players are going to hold and everything. You know, all that stuff like that. And it's really, honestly, it's going to be interesting to see how these new arrivals are going to work out, if they're going to fill in the departure holes. Honestly, it's just in every area, it's not looking good for them right now. And just being completely honest. The key departures list for the San Jose Sharks is short and not really sweet. They lost Joe Thornton, a longtime veteran, to the Toronto Maple Leafs. It just sucks to see that, honestly. Thornton didn't really improve too good this season for San Jose. And really, honestly, he wasn't really that good in 2018-19 either, to be honest with you. So, you know, it sucks to see him go to Toronto, but I think he's going to really improve there playing for the Toronto Maple Leafs. They also lost Aaron Dell, probably one of the most underrated goaltenders. Let me just say, probably one of the most underrated goaltenders I've ever seen. Look, he was playing in front of a bad team. Even Martin Jones, at points, showed signs that he was playing pretty good. But, like, you know, the Sharks goaltending there, it just didn't look good. And I think Aaron Dell got pretty underrated. And his record wasn't too bad. Martin Jones' record was much worse. But I think Aaron Dell's record was much better, but it sucks to see him not re-sign him. And he heads off to Toronto, where they're really stacked, in all honesty, in goaltending-wise. And honestly, I could even see Aaron Dell, and I still see it being realistic that Aaron Dell will go to the Seattle Kraken. I think that's going to be the honestly most realistic thing. Then you have Melker Karlsson, who just went to the KHL. In all honesty, Melker Karlsson, it sucks to see him leave, but he left off to the KHL. I liked Karlsson. It stinks to see him go. But, you know, there's another Karlsson in town, at least. But, yeah, this team with those key departures, the goaltending on Aaron Dell may hurt, but it's not really too horrible besides that, in all honesty. But, yeah, their key arrivals, they're going to help them sustain in some areas, but in really, in all honesty, it's not going to help them out in the long run. The key arrivals for the San Jose Sharks is interesting, but really in the long run, do these guys really help out the team? Devon Dubnyk is the big guy there. He's probably going to play starter, maybe even backup. I'm not exactly sure where Martin Jones will face there. But yeah, Devon Dubnyk, a pretty old veteran, solid goaltender. But really in the long run, does he help out the team? Not really. Patrick Marleau as well for some depth and some veteran presence there. Marlowe's been playing with the team for so long. I'm just kind of a little bit confused why they got rid of him in the first place. I'm also confused why they re-sign him because he's really not going to do much for the team either. Matt Nieto, I could see him playing a huge role there for the Sharks. I think he was definitely a solid forward. And then you have Ryan Donato, who's also the other guy that I see there as a good acquisition because I think he is a pretty underrated goal scorer. He didn't really fit in Minnesota. I think he will definitely fit in San Jose. So I'd be pretty excited about that if you are a Sharks fan. But this key arrivals, it's not really going to help him out in the long run, and really the prospect pool isn't much of anything better either. So I'm really just confused on that front and everything else going on with that. So, take that what you will. The projected lineup offensively for the San Jose Sharks consists of, on the left wing side there, you have Evander Kane, Ryan Donato, Patrick Marleau, and Sorensen. I can't read. And then you have on the center core there, you have Couture, Hurdle, Gregor, and Sumola. So maybe a little bit more depth there. And then on the right wing side there, you have LeBanc, Meyer, Nieto, and Noasen. So first line, Kane, Couture, LeBanc. Honestly, that's not that horrible of a line. When I look at it, I think Kane had his moments this season, but not really. He's going to fight Logan Paul, and he's going to win. Couture, he was all right. And then Kevin LeBanc, I thought was pretty underrated there for a little bit there. And then you have second line, Ryan Donato, Tomas Hurdle, Timo Meyer. Hurdle and Meyer are probably some of the most underrated players, especially Timo Meyer. Timo Meyer, I honestly get so excited for when I watch him, and he's one of the reasons why I like the Sharks so much. And Meyer, I definitely could see pushing for first line as well, if you're wondering about that. Moving on to the bottom six, you have Marleau, Gregor, and Nieto. Full line of new guys there. I think that will definitely benefit well. Fourth line there, Sorensen, Suomela, and Noasen. I think that's definitely a great fourth line there as well. But yeah, this team needs more depth. I think they need more depth on the center core and most of all their bottom six. Their bottom six doesn't look too good. The big standouts there I see are Marleau and Nieto. Apart from that, those guys aren't really the biggest guys that you would really know if you were like a first of all San Jose Sharks, like not a San Jose Sharks fan. So the thing with that is really confusing. Sharks fans, I know you guys can leave me your thoughts in the comments below. But yeah, the defense doesn't look too much good depth-wise either, but it isn't as bad as it could be. Moving on to the projected lineups now. Defensively for the San Jose Sharks, you have Radim Simic on the lefty side there, Vlasic, and then you have Titkok. Don't ask. Righty side there, you have Brent Burns, you have Erik Karlsson, and then you have Ferraro. Depth is definitely needed. If I'm San Jose, I would definitely go out and try and trade for a young defender, which is hard to come by, but I think you could probably go out and trade for someone because the top D pairing I see is Simic and Burns. I see Vlasic on the second pairing because Simic was honestly better than Vlasic. Vlasic was disappointing. And honestly, Brent Burns wasn't too bad. He just plays for a bad team. And then Vlasic and Karlsson is your second pairing. Karlsson was in here for the whole freaking season, basically. I think the reason why Karlsson isn't really living up to the expectations that he had in Ottawa is because that he's getting injured, specifically here, a lot. So, it's been really tough for Karlsson the past few years. I am a big fan of Karlsson. I believe he can bounce back if he can stay healthy. That's the thing that I see with them. And then Titkok and Ferraro. Titkok, I haven't heard of him until a few days ago. And then Ferraro, really, I've never really heard of either. So it's really just like, I've heard of Ferraro, but not like that well. It's really honestly just not that best of a D pairing. I think more depth is needed on the defense, and they're going to need some more guys. And the good news is they do have draft picks for next year, so they're not going to lose any more picks. And if they do bad this season, hey, that's great. They can keep pushing. This team they just need to hold it all together, in all honesty there. On the goaltending side there for the San Jose Sharks, starting off there, you have Devon Dubnyk as your projected starter there, for me at least. And then you have Martin Jones as your backup. Now look, they're both decently old goaltenders, and that's the thing that I see that's scary. They don't really have that many third goaltender or really guys coming up. And that's the thing that worries me, because like Dubnyk is a great solid goaltender. I think maybe he was just getting misused in Minnesota, or mistreated in Minnesota, that he was that bad. and maybe he does. Maybe he will get another chance in San Jose. But really, in all honesty, he's old. He's getting up there in age. He's going to start declining and start retiring soon, and that's the other thing. Martin Jones, too, he's had some good seasons in San Jose, but I think really in all honesty, Martin Jones is also heading towards the downhill part of his career, and I'm really not just sure if he's going to be able to get back to where he was in 2019, 2017, 18, to be honest with you. So, I look at this team and I say there's some worrisome things. The goaltending looks worrisome. The defense needs more depth, and the bottom six for the offense, also needs more depth. But the top six on the offense looks good. Honestly, it's just kind of a mess. They're kind of holding on, but they're kind of falling off towards a rebuild. It's just really confusing. They have some dark ages ahead of them. I'm from freaking medieval times, but it sounds like dark ages are heading for the San Jose Sharks coming right now. And finally, now we have the playoff prediction. Do I think these San Jose Sharks will make the 2021 Stanley Cup playoffs? The answer is, honestly, maybe. I could see it actually kind of happening because the top three are really solidified. It's Colorado, St. Louis, and Vegas. Okay, so ironically, I need one of those standings, those goaltender mass standings trackers. That would be awesome. I need to get one of those. And the bottom four spots really questionable. There's Arizona that I don't see really making it. There's San Jose, and there's a few other teams in there, and there's the California teams, of course. Honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't know if San Jose can push for it or Arizona. It's really just a battle between those two teams, and I think San Jose may make it, but are they going to get far? Likely not. So yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you're a San Jose Sharks fan, welcome, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please go make sure to do that. We're trying to get to 700 subscribers by the end of the year. Thank you all for the constant support, and I will see you guys in the next video.